entrepreneurs, franchise and independent, we have some great news for you and your number one sales pro,
your website. Partner with Team MXS, we have the ability to pull you out of that cookie cutter merry-go-round and help your website embody what it means to do business with you.
From the highest quality production to the most strategic optimization, we want to help you connect better to the ever-changing market.
You owe it to you and your team to at least let us do a quick
and free
checkup on your website. We can't wait to hear from you.
Click the link and let's get started. Go to teammxs.com. Back to the show. What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Frelinard, subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast on a super special brew for you today. We are so excited. We are up here inside of Michigan, where all this whole car business thing really got its kickoff. We're having some fun with some incredible people. We are on the other side of the rainbow. Shout out to our Rainbow Motor sales team. Woo! We are excited to be brewing solutions inside of Michigan. We hope to be inside of a city near you soon. But Fred, man, we got a lot of great things that are happening in the industry. And today we get to zero in on something that's bigger than business.
Man, we're starting this new series, and it was inspired by our good friend, Steve Roessler. And I tell you, what a great idea to be able to do stuff like this, you know, to be able to highlight people that are rising stars that are tied to the business, right? But they're bigger than the business. They're the reason why we do this business. They're the reason why we work so hard. It's our families. It's our friends. It's our communities, right? So we're going to start this series. I hope you guys are ready to see some amazing things, interview some amazing people. Maybe they're not car people, but they are, right? We all are. We're all tied together. And man, I tell you, this story is amazing. Today is Friday the 13th. This is going to be a lot of fun.
The 13th,
let's go.
Everybody.
It's October the 13th also, you know, so it's going to be amazing. And today there's a new single that just got released, and it's by a superstar that's rising and has an angelic voice that we've had the chance to hear in multiple times because her father loves her, but also because she's out there doing things. She's not just sitting inside of a cubicle recording. She's out putting herself out there. She's out in Nashville. She's trying to make her music better and better and better by collaborating with people, by listening to others, by standing on a stage with many other amazing artists and putting herself out there. That's something that's super important, something that we all need to do more of. We need to keep growing and keep putting ourselves out there. And I tell you, this young lady is doing it, and she's 18 years old.
18. We got a kiddo up inside
seriously.
of here who's stepping out and doing it. And this is really, really exciting. But car guys and car gals, all of you that are watching and seeing what's brewing right now, thank you so much, Jordan Cox, for being up inside of the party and being here in our city. We got to hang out with that incredible brother yesterday. Man, that was so much fun. Jay, what's happening, brother? Excited to see you. Happy Friday. And Jenna Smith, what's happening? We will see you soon, sister. It is exciting to be here, to be where it is that we are right now, but to be talking about what we're talking about. Listen, we get to see a whole lot of business strategy. We get to see a whole lot of business minds, masterminds, all of the great stuff inside of this incredible industry, just like the incredible BDC alchemist himself, Mr. Sean Armour. What's up, brother? Shout out to you. There are so many incredible people in this industry. And yes, that is the value that we have. But folks, this is bigger than business, bigger than that. The dreams of our legacy are going to be the things that sear the history together as we continue to look back into the age that we call now. Each and every one of you have your legacy that's being laid out, and you don't know how that song is going to be sung. After your years are done, that's when that song really rings.
I see
what's so important now is that each and every one of you start to focus on what's bigger than the business. Our families, our dreams, and us stoking the fire of the dreams of the ones that are coming behind us. That's what we're here to do on a daily basis. That's why we go to our teams and we try to inspire them. That's why we talk to our kids in a way that makes them believe that they can do anything.
That's right.
This is bigger than business, everybody. So help us out. Help us celebrate this, because we love the people that we get to do business with, like Steve Roessler himself, the incredible hair guy.
Live with Drive, guys.
Live with Drive. Welcome to the party. But help us out. Let's get some people in here, because this industry is better with all of y'all.
Saying what's
Welcome
up. What's
from
up, bro?
Bangladesh.
Come on now.
Tag a car
all
guy.
over the world. Tag a car gal and share. Let's
Get
go.
the word out.
Get it out there, because we have a show that's special for you. This is the first of its series right now.
Let's go.
And we got somebody special. This is going to be a highlight. This is something that's unique, something that's going to inspire you all. So let's go. We got somebody that we are super excited. I aspire to inspire until I expire.
That's right, brother. Come
so
on.
We have the one,
The
only
Jenna Roessler. Show.
Hi guys.
Premiere day, drop day, release day, the first of its kind day for you. Welcome to it.
Yes.
How are you today?
Oh my gosh, it's a dream. I've been wanting this for as long as I can remember, and so it's amazing to actually have it happen today, and everything that I've worked for is finally coming to a close today.
Well, this is a lot of nerves, I'm sure, a lot of excitement, a lot of butterflies in the stomach. I'm sure for anybody that dreams like an artist dreams, there's a whole lot that comes to today. And this is just the start of it. Goodness, everybody, this is just the start. You see this young lady over here making some incredible things happen. Jenna, tell us where it is that you are with us from. Where are you visiting from? Where are you tuning in from? Where are you enjoying your release day from today?
Yeah, I'm originally from St. Louis, but I have moved recently. I think it was in August. I moved here from St. Louis to Nashville. So I'm in Nashville right now.
That's making moves where it is that you want to be able to see something happen, especially in the music industry.
That's the music capital of the world right there, you know. And if there's any place to be to try to make your dreams come true and to actually push yourself and get better, it's Nashville.
Oh, Nashville.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Something unique about that for you, though, you know, we were talking before the show, we were talking about your experiences out there and being 18 years old and noticing that there's not a lot of you out there. You know, it's mostly a different generation. So tell people about that experience for you.
Yeah. I was telling them earlier how it's really cool to see that there's so many aspiring artists here, but there's a very small handful of 18-year-olds. And so because I'm not in college right now, I don't get that college experience. I don't get to connect with people that are my age. And so it's like finding gold whenever you find an 18-year-old that is also doing music. It's really inspiring to have that group of people as a support system. And I've met some amazing people like Jessie Adams Music. She's absolutely amazing. I've met people that are a little bit older than me, like Haley Michael. She's a photographer, but it's really good to have that good small support system with you, whether they're not in college or whether they are. So it's really cool to see people that are songwriters or even photographers just out here doing their dream.
That is so true. I love that you say that, and you know, I love that you're out there being that gem, that unique person, right? Because that's who you've been probably your whole life. I could sense that about you. The moment that we even got on screen with you before this, your confidence it exudes. Your excitement exudes. So there's no doubt in my mind you're going to be super successful in anything you do, right? Because you're going to put the work in because you feel like it's going somewhere. You know, there's confidence built inside you. So, you know, I want to learn more about your story. So let's go back to the beginning. Let's talk about where it all started. What made you start wanting to sing, or when did you start singing? Tell us that story.
Yeah, it's a really crazy experience because I was a musical theater person my whole entire life. And I thought that's what I was going to do, musical theater all the way through. And it wasn't until about last year, I would say, or 2 years ago, I went to a convention. And this convention, I'm this one person who I've always written music on my ukulele and I posted it on YouTube all the time. But I never did anything with it. And I met someone there who inspired me and who encouraged me to come to Nashville and pursue my dreams. But everything started really with my art teacher who told me about the ukulele, and that's how I got into music. And he would play the ukulele with me all the time in class, and it was just such a surreal thing. And my classmates challenged me and were like, "You can't learn the ukulele. It's not a real instrument." So I made it one, and I took my ukulele, I put songs online. I was inspired by one of my childhood friends, Micah, who's an amazing singer and songwriter as well. And I really looked up to them for guidance and for support. And all of those people have brought me to where I am today. And it's just been a whirlwind.
Yeah, no kidding. It sounds like one, but it sounds like so much fun. I love that you talked about inspiration, and being inspired by others. But you've put yourself in those positions. You said you went to a convention, right? You went there and you met people. You surrounded yourself with people who were trying to do what you do instead of people who were trying to be naysayers, right? Instead, you were like, let's surround myself with positivity. Let's surround myself with people who have been there already and can tell me if I'm going in the right direction to build my confidence. Because you felt something. There's a reason why you took that step. And a lot of people are scared to take that step. So I think that's amazing. I know Lou's got a few questions for you.
You're inspiring because of course, your boldness. If anybody wants to make sure that we secure a good future, we make sure that young people like Jenna are so inspired to be able to go and unfearful. Now, you are being the creative that you are. I know a lot goes into everything that happens, whether it's a song that gets recorded, to a song that gets printed, to a cover that gets made, to a title that gets agreed upon. Inside of that, you're on your release day of what was for just a moment an idea. So tell us a little bit more behind the title, behind the music, what somebody should expect with the music. We got a little sneak peek of her live, folks. We have some footage of her that we're going to go ahead and sneak into the show here in a minute. But Jenna, please tell us a little bit about the idea behind Forget I Exist. That is
such a cool name. I love the name.
Such an oxymoron to this very moment, right? We're trying to put you out there, help us understand a little bit behind the title and behind the inspiration that brought this to be the first.
Oh my God, absolutely. So this is the first song that I ever made in Nashville, like by itself. And I didn't write it with anybody. I didn't co-write it. I wanted it to be purely from me. And of course I got people's opinions on it. But I wanted this to be solely from me, showing my true self through Nashville. And I thought this was a perfect piece to show my audience who I am, what to expect from my music. You can expect it to be like very unexpectable. That's what it's supposed to be like. It's a more ballad in the beginning, and then at the end we rock it out and show our true feelings, saying like giving our last hurrah of just like, you always forgot I existed. Like, this is my last try to get you to see that I exist. The song came inspiration to me because I went out on a date and we hit it off and everything. And then all of a sudden he was supposed to come to one of my shows and he never showed up. So, and he just ghosted me and literally forgot I existed. So, that's where the song came from, and it developed from there. And the recording process is so much different because once you get in the studio, you think that, for me, I thought this whole thing was going to be a ballad. But then as I kept listening to it, I wanted it to be more than just a ballad. I wanted someone to be able to scream their heart out to it in the car. So I made it that at the very end. I kind of like to call it the the stages of grief song, because you go through so many emotions in that song. At least I did. And it was a very big emotional roller coaster to create that song, because I wanted it to show those stages of those stages. So it's an amazing masterpiece, and I'm just happy it's my first release.
That is an amazing story. And we were saying in the middle of that, like, it's actually good that happened, because then the song wouldn't have been created, right? So it's kind of the inspiration, and that's great that you're finding at your age, you're finding inspiration in all the nooks and crannies of life, right? Because, you know, I can imagine being a songwriter is not an easy task, you know. So you said you've been writing songs for a while on your ukulele and things like that. Speaking of ukulele, you know, that's a great instrument. I'm glad that you learned how to play. That's so fun. I love the sound of it. It just brings smiles. It makes me think of just happy times, right? But it also could bring pain because it could be played. It's such a unique sound with that twang almost, you know. It really has a unique beautifulness. Besides a ukulele, I know you play other instruments, right? So tell us, do you play guitar? What else do you do?
Yeah, I play not only ukulele, I play guitar, I play piano. And I used to have a really hard time playing piano, but I was always inspired by my chorus teacher, Mr. K, who taught me a lot of just songwriting and the chords in general. And he always pushed me to be where I wanted to be today. So I started figuring out a little bit more of piano as I kept going on. And then guitar, I always had a hard time with it as a child, but recently, for the past 2-3 years, I guess going on now, but I've been working hard I now built up callus on my fingers finally, so I can play guitar and everything, but on the downside, I can't wear nails or paint my nails. So, but I've loved playing guitar, and I find that is my true passion.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah. You know, and I've seen you play guitar, and you play very well. I play a little, I dabble a little bit, so I know what that feels like to get those built up, and you're finally like, I got them, but then your nails grow in weird now. It's like, okay, hold on, right? But it's worth it because there's something special about being able to sit there and play through something and make it harmonize and just sound so the way you want it to sound, right? And then lay lyrics on top of that, get inspired. Sometimes just a 4 notes in a row can inspire you for some lyrics, you know, and it's important to be able to harmonize those two things together. So that's an art form, and you're picking it up very quickly because you're inspired. Again, you know, that word inspired, inspiration, you know, and that motivates people. And I'm so glad that you found that and you were able to.
You know what? Inspired, I like to call it infectious. I say, my dad taught me that word, and I feel infectious off of certain people that affect me. And so infectious means that you affect another person around you. So I like to use infectious instead of inspiration because infectious like affects somebody, and like for somebody else's music that affects mine, like Olivia Rodrigo, for example. Olivia Rodrigo really inspires me to get out of my comfort zone and write more rock music. So I like to call her music infectious because it affects every person that she meets.
Well, then let's go ahead and tie the two words together, and let's just call it infectious inspiration and spread a movement that keeps people being infected by this inspiration, because it's exactly what you're putting yourself in the environment of. You're inside of, so St. Louis has a bit of a music scene, right? A little bit of something cooking out there, some good stuff, some great history, right? What is it like being injected into the culture of Nashville, and what does that do for your inspiration, sensory feelings of creativity? Because when artists get around artists, things just get more artistic, right? And how does that feel to you as the artist inside of Music City?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it has upped my songwriting just by like 100%, and meeting other people gives me that infectious feeling, to know that I'm not alone and all. Being in Missouri, there's a little bit of a music scene, but I was in a band there, and there's mainly people that play cover songs, and there I never have met a songwriter really in St. Louis. So being in Nashville and being around like-minded people has been such of a change, and it's been really cool because I get to dive deeper and more into the songwriting field, and I get to do more co-writes. And so with co-writes, we collaborate together to create a song. And there's a woman that I work with, her name is Kassan, and she is my #1 top person right now to songwrite with, because we always get together and we write an amazing song. But she inspired me to help me write to create different wordings in music. So in St. Louis, I felt like I was a bit more confined with my music and I was too scared to open up. In Nashville, there are so many people here that surround you with love and embrace difference, and they want to hear other songs other than country. So it's cool to see different genres everywhere and not just country.
I love that.
God,
Speaking of genres, so I don't think it sounds like you're kind of like trying to go through all the lines, and I love that because I think that music should be universal in a lot of ways. Because there is genres out there, and I get that, but being able to just be a musical artist is a big deal. To me, it sounds like you transcend a few of those lines. But where do you classify, if you were to go find your music, if people were to say, "Hey, this is what kind of music that you love playing, or that you kind of exude," what would that be?
I'd have to say I'm still trying to figure that out, but if I had to pinpoint it right now, I would say I'm more pop, indie pop, alternative pop, somewhere in that mix. I'm still trying to find it out because sometimes you'll hear me play more of like a pretty ballad, or sometimes you'll hear me rock out to like heavy metal guitar. So there's a mix kind of there, and I feel like my singing and my music resonates more towards like Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, Emmy, if you ever heard of her. Those amazing songwriters really infect my music and how I write. And like if you listen to Olivia Rodrigo's new album Guts, it has a bunch of ballads, but it also has a bunch of just screaming songs, which is what I kind of want my music to be. I want it to be all over the place. I want it to be with ballads. I want it to have more of a jazz feel at some points. And I also want it to have more of that rock feel for other people who want to scream their heart out in the car once again. And it just, I would say, indie pop alternative would probably be your best bet for me.
I love it. I love it.
And it's sometimes it's hard to categorize yourself, right? That's why so often as an artist, it does make it hard for you to be able to put yourself in what box am I in? I'm only doing what I feel, right? I'm doing what I, as an instrument, as an artist, want to interpret. And it is so interesting to see, especially with the newer generation coming in. You guys have so much influence. The average parent now doesn't have just one kind of genre that they like. They'll be rapping one moment, and then the next moment jump into a country song that's a big hit. And that's what generations are growing up in, mixing so many genres inside of the household. We were blessed to have a multi-mix of genres inside of the flow, from the Latin to the doo-wop, all the things inside of the middle, inspiring my household. And seeing what it did to just my taste and my preference and my appreciation for music or as an artist is one thing. But I do know where you're at and at the stage and being involved in the business, because we say this is bigger than business, and it is, but you're jumping inside of a big old business, a big business that's generates so much money and it rides on so much. And you're going into this with a heart that wants to remain pure to the music, right? Remain pure to what it is that you're feeling and you're doing, to where it is almost hard to categorize yourself. Man, if there's any car guys that have a hard time being categorized, it's these coffee car guys that nobody says our names right with, right? But these coffee guys are always taking a blend of different beans to just make one good cup. Like every time you go to make one good song, I just want this song to be right and be real and be pure. How committed are you at heart to hold on to all that is pure inside of your creation process right now?
I mean, everything. I'm going full in. I mean, I wouldn't move here if I wasn't prepared for not only I know there's going to be negativity, I know there's going to be people that don't like my music, and I'm okay with that. Not everybody is a pop fan. Not everybody's a country fan. I'm not really a country fan, but I enjoy and respect people who play it. But I know that not everybody is going to like me, and no matter what, I'm really destined to keep going and to keep thriving. And I know that my first song ever, it may not be the best hit. It may not get 100,000 streams, but I'm just happy I'm proud of the work that I've done. And I'm proud to be born into this family where they're very supportive of me. I'm proud to have my friends with me that are very proud of me as well. And I got to keep going and keep on thriving, because hard work does. I know my hard work will pay off in the end.
It absolutely will. And that is a great answer to a question about keeping that purity. This is a shout out from our friends over at Pure Cards. Car guys, car gals, hopefully you are enjoying the brew so far, and it has been incredible. Jenna, you can see, is fired up with passion for what it is that's going on inside of her life right now. And we want to go ahead and give you a quick taste of what it is that she's been brewing and putting out there. Check her out for yourself, folks.
Head over heels for a guy I never had. Who says we're big here but don't show up for the night. He may only see me once, and when I'm out of sight, I'm not a second thought that runs through his mind. Can't accept that I'm only feeling this way. Oh, it's strange that I'm not on your mind as much as you're on mine. Is there something I missed from the guy who forgets I exit?
Wow. I mean,
Come on now,
folks,
y'all.
I know you felt that. I felt that right there. I'm sitting there. I was vibing that whole song, and that's not the first time I've heard that. So, Jenna,
Welcome back, Jenna.
welcome back.
What?
I mean, wow.
What? That was amazing. That's
Look, I
awesome.
was watching
Come
her
on.
backstage,
She's
watching
feeling
herself,
it,
and she was
feeling
feeling it. She's
feeling
singing it. I absolutely love that you love your song like that, and
Yes.
you feel what you're doing, because that's what it's about. And to me, that's art.
Yes.
That is art right there. And you are a true artist, and it's inspiring for me to see you do things like that. It gets me excited to see that the next generation of people that they talk about are not going to go out and put the work in. They're not willing to, you're
Come
putting
on.
yourself
You're
out
out
there.
there.
And this is that next generation, folks.
Let's
And I know that we're in good hands. And I know that the future is bright, especially when there's going to be stars like you out there doing what you're doing. Oh, folks, I got to say,
let's get this.
we got to
out
show
there.
you guys. This
Check
is
it
where
out.
you guys can get a piece of this music. If you want to go hear it right now, there's the link. I'm going to leave that up there for a moment, right? So you're going to have that. We're going to make sure that you guys see that. Make sure you guys get on that. Check it out. Show some love. Put some hearts on that. Share it out, folks. There's also a way to be able to go and see her and get connected with her. You just go to her Insta.
Bam.
There's her Insta right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Check.
Oh, music, right? Very simple, very easy, folks. Check it out. Follow. Wow. She is awesome. Yes, she is. She absolutely is. She's amazing.
Thank you so much.
So today is the day, folks. Today is the 13th. It released at midnight. It's out there. It is ready to go. So it is ready to listen to for you to be able to have a copy of and just understand that this is what it's all about. It's bigger than business. It's because of people like you that we are inspired to keep doing what we're doing, to know that we are doing the right things. So thank you so much for being on the show, for sharing your heart, and for telling everybody what it's all about. There's a few things I'm sure you want to tell everybody. So what's some stuff that you want to say before we get out of here today?
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so blessed to be on here today. So I really appreciate this opportunity to get to talk to you all and share a little bit about myself. If you follow me on Instagram, you can also follow me on a couple other socials there. My links are in my description, but also I'm going to have a new song that's coming out in November. So
I gotta retract everything. I would remember. Yes, tell everybody a little bit about that before we get out of here.
So it's my final mix and cut is supposed to be done by today. So after I get off here, I'm actually going to the studio and fixing all that and making sure everything's good for the release. But this song is a lot different than Forget I Exist. This song is more techy. It's going to be more upbeat. It's going to be a nice party song. But this song is called Simulation. And it's based on it's based around how someone likes the idea of a relationship but doesn't want to be in it. And so I put a twist on it because that person that I knew was obsessed with video games. So I called it Simulation, like you like the simulation. So I'm really excited to share that with you all. That'll be coming up in about a week or so. I'm going to be able to show you guys what it's like and give some teasers out. But make sure to follow me so that way you can get those teasers and you can help me boost me. And I'm really excited to show you all this another masterpiece that I've been working on. And yeah.
Go to Insta, follow her now so you guys can get sneak peeks on all this stuff. I'm going to tell you, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear more about that. When that releases, we got to get you back on the show. We got to talk about that because I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear that. And that is a really cool concept for a song. I could see that because that is what's going on in the world today, and you're feeling that and you understand that. So that's amazing. And I think a lot of people will relate to that. So we were just talking about last night how we used to play video games all the time. It's so weird, but now it's like it's rare that we want to, but sometimes we still want to be simulated, right? Sometimes we want to sit there and just do that, you know. But anyway, you're right on the money.
Yeah.
We again are so thankful for you taking the time to spend with us, and we want to make sure that we do get one message across. So no matter who it is, where they are, what business they in, what business they ain't in, whatever it is that they get to put their hand to or take their hand off of, they learn how to drop some F-bombs, and they are to forgive, to focus, and to fly so that we can keep growing all the time. And if you can proceed through any business, any of life's adventures, knowing that you have to be quick to forgive, you have to fight for focus, and always stretch out in faith so that you can fly to heights that you've never dreamed. Apply those inside of your life and replace them for some of the other F-bombs that might get dropped from time to time. You know what I mean? Like gotta be quick to forgive, right? So everybody, thank you again for jumping in with us. Make sure that Jenna knows how much you appreciate her and support her. Go get you some of that music, bump it, share it, pass it around, tell her what you think. And Jenna, help us out. We're going to forgive, focus, fly together and wrap up this show on 3. Put the hands on the shoulders and forgive, focus, fly on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus.
Bye.
Growing.
Growing. That's right. Thank you so much for enjoying a brew with me. Thank you for having we'll just say the boldness to go forward and do what it is that you're doing. And car guys, car gals, remember that our legacy, living out their dreams, is way bigger of a priority for us. So let's make sure that we build this industry to be very proud and very, very much the wind inside of the sails of this next incredible generation that's being led like incredible people like the one, the only Jenna Roessler. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, everybody who's been watching today, commenting in. Keep passing it around. We love you all. We appreciate you all. And we will see you soon. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.